This guy became one in a 1.4 billion people with just 2.5 lakh rupees. Interesting, right? Let's jump in.
So I started playing music
when I was about 3 years old.
So I wanted to be a pastor and also play a lot of musical instruments. But I was affected by an illness, pleural effusion. I have lost more than 60% of my lungs.
All of my dreams came crashing down.
तभी भगवान ने मुझे एक dream दिया कि you take all these musical instruments that you play, put them together and play together.
Please welcome Gladson Peter.
Gladson Peter.
Gladson Peter.
Gladson Peter.
Gladson
Peter, and I'm more known as India's first and only one-man band.
Gladson has more than 46 instruments and can play 14 instruments at a single time. I sat down with India's first and only one-man band and we broke down his design, the instruments he used, the cost of it and how much he makes from it.
Perfect. This is my first one-man band kit. This big bass drum which you see over here is nothing but a marching band का bass drum. School में तो you would have seen वो इतना बड़ा हाँ सामने लेके ठप ठप ठप. ये भी उधर का ही स्नैर है, मतलब चीप स्नैर है जो स्नैर ड्रम का आवाज आता है. ये सब बहुत चीप हाई हैट सिंबल है. I had to be very sure that it has to be light, and also second thing why it should have been cheap is because I know that I'm going to break it down. तो यहाँ पर जो है I have used its own body, लेकिन when it comes down over here उसका पूरा जो legs है I have broken it and यहाँ पर I have custom welded my own stuff. ये जो है bass drum का pedal है but cast iron का जो है वो मैंने तोड़ दिया. If you see there's a rope going, it's held by 2 pulleys, then it goes to another pulley over here and वहाँ से it functions. Cymbals open close करने के लिए दूसरा एक रस्सी है जो मेरे गिटार पे टाई होता है और अगर मैं उसको दबाऊं तो क्लोज होता है एंड अगर छोड़ूं तो ओपन होता है. It's a lot of engineering done by non-engineers. So I'll tell you the people who worked on it is basically me, both my brothers. I had a friend. He's a welder who does welding on like cruise ships and everything. And another person who helped me out is one of my best friends. He's an interior designer. The welder guy doesn't have any knowledge of how musical instruments work. He knows how these pulleys work. And we had to figure the right amount of tension because I don't have like a lot of strength to just pull it and everything. It has to be very easy when I play. तो he helped me figure this out. दिन में हम चोर बाजार जाते थे क्योंकि ये जो इंस्ट्रूमेंट है ना वो 25 kgs है. But how does it fit on me? You will see straps. Basically वो कुछ नहीं, वो कार के सीट बेल्ट्स है.
The one-man band kit just needed 3 things. बहुत सारा जुगाड़, 1 हफ्ते का टाइम and 15,000 रुपए. And how did he get that money?
I used to teach music and also I used to perform on the streets of Mumbai with an organization called NSPA. Natural Streets of Performing Arts के वजह से हम जो आर्टिस्ट को पैसे मिलते थे उसके वजह से ये वाला इंस्ट्रूमेंट, ये वाला किट जो है वो बिल्ड हुआ. I took 1 week to make it ना. That week ended on a Sunday morning and Sunday morning 6 बजे we were able to finish it successfully and 8 बजे को India's Got Talent का audition था. So I basically had no time to practice also.
The reality show India's Got Talent asked Gladson to make a video and also called him for a private auditions.
They told that that's supposed to be a private video for them. The world did not know that something like this existed. I'm not anymore a fan of reality shows because बहुत सारे politics होते हैं.
After waiting for months, surprisingly we didn't see Gladson on television.
Suddenly they stopped responding and I'm like, bro, I have an entire kit and no one has seen. I'm waiting to see कि यार maybe finally I'll tell everyone, give everyone a surprise by जब टीवी पे आएगा तो बड़ा सरप्राइज आएगा. यार खैर टीवी में आया ही नहीं कभी. Then I was like, I got fed up and I was like, वो जो unlisted video था ना मैं पब्लिक कर दिया. तो उसके बाद people started noticing it. वो वीडियो तो already 25 million views क्रॉस कर चुका है.
Gladson's video went viral. उसके बाद he started getting huge response from not only India but internationally as well. इतना response मिला कि भाई उसका first show was for EU Chambers of Commerce. And उसके बाद shows, brand integrations, media interactions and then
2017, I got a call from China saying that can you come to perform for like 3 months. So I was like, I will make a new kit, and this is what I came up with. This is me performing in China. स्वर मंडल, मेलोडिका, उकुलेले. पहले मेरे पास सिर्फ हारमोनिका था एंड कज़ू था. मैंने उसको डबल डेकर किया, तो मैंने 2 हारमोनिका ऐड किए. यहाँ पर एक कज़ू है, यहाँ पर एक स्लाइड विसल है, और यहाँ पर एक पाइप जो जाता है टू ब्लो इनटू मेलोडिका. माय ड्रम्स हैड बिकम बिगर. डू यू सी पिक्चर्स ओवर हियर? सो आई वाज लाइक आई वांट टू शेयर माय स्टोरी वेयरएवर आई गो. ऑन माय ड्रम किट ना दोनों साइड में मेरा पूरा स्टोरी जो है वो कार्टून में डालेंगे. सो शी एक्चुअली ड्रू दिस. इवन इफ यू डोंट स्पीक टू मी, इफ यू केम एंड सॉ माय किट, you could read my story, and if you don't know how to read, she had beautifully drawn it. When I say I play up to 14 instruments, this is the 14 instruments. Now I removed stainless steel and I made this frame out of wood. तो मेरा ये यकीन था कि थोड़ा लाइट होगा, लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली 2-3 किलो ज़्यादा हो गया. 27-28 किलो तक टच हो गया. I no more have a seat belt. I'm wearing a harness. You see wheels over here? So because I couldn't carry it, so I had added wheels on the kit itself. Unfortunately, this kit never came back to India. Indian customs में बहुत problem हो रहा था. I was not able to bring it back. China में it was getting cleared, but from our side, it was not getting cleared, so it never made it back. And I wouldn't have wanted it to go to someone else, and तोड़ दिया था. It's heartbreaking. We had lights on it. मतलब वो जो बेस ड्रम हिट होता है ना, वो पूरा लाइट्स, बहुत भारी था. बट ठीक है यार, चलो अभी देखते क्या होता है.
The second setup was short-lived, जिसका cost था 40,000 rupees and 2 weeks of building time. Gladson decided to once again create a new setup, but this time the upgradation was far higher.
So I came to a realization that it's not about the number of instruments, but as a musician, I want to upgrade my quality and I want to be efficient in what I do. So instead of a regular drum kit, ये जो है वो कुछ नहीं, ये राजस्थानी डफ है. This is a snare which I really took a lot of effort in searching and I finally found it. ये साइड में hi-hat symbol है, वो साइड में crash symbol है. Then I built this arch. It's an arch around me. वो साइड में से एक arch आता है, यहाँ ये साइड में से arch आता है, and it locks into each other. And वहाँ पर I bought a. This is how I entered the Apple ecosystem with an iPad and a MIDI keyboard. It's an Akai MPK25. It's a MIDI keyboard. तो I was thinking कि यार एक missing element है, which is keyboard and background sounds and everything. तो I thought I could put the sounds from here and do it, but this excess weight was not balancing.
अरे जॉन ये नहीं चलेगा, इधर डाल रहा है, स्लाइड हो जाएगा.
I did only one show. After that I was like, okay, no, this is not working out, we got to chuck. Apart from my academics, this is one of my failures.
I failed my 12th 3 times.
Coming to the Vikasit group of those instruments which you just saw, so I had to change my guitar because the guitar was very big. So I researched and I found this something called as a traveler guitar. This doesn't have a body, it's an electric guitar, so if I play it outside you can't understand shit. You have to plug it to a speaker or something. So I don't have a double decker mouth instrument also. Rajasthani duff is still there. Crash cymbal, yeah, that is the hi-hat cymbal. So these are called drum triggers. You can basically load sounds into it, and at that signal, whatever sound you input into that, you will get it. So if I want a professional snare sound, I load it onto this with a computer. So I don't have to really depend on the quality of the drum kit itself. So this particular mic I'm using is from my one-man band. It costed me around 8,000 rupees. The Zoom recorder is like 35,000 rupees if we are talking of costs. Each of these Roland triggers cost me 30,000 each. Snare is for like 2,500 rupees. Hi-hat cymbal is 2,500 rupees. Iska stand hai 1,000 rupees. Sabian cymbal was gifted by my best friend, but the price to it was about 5,500 or 6,000 rupees. My traveler guitar is for about approximately 25,000 rupees. My harmonica is better now, so each of them cost around 1,500 rupees.
6,000.
The ropes which I use are very expensive, 1,500 rupees on each kind of rope. The harness is about 3,500 or 4,000 rupees. My guitar goes through a guitar processor, around 9,000 or 10,000 rupees on that. If you listen to any of my latest songs, like We Found Love in a Hopeless Place and everything. In a hopeless place, we found love in a hopeless place. You will hear as though like multiple people are singing in harmonies along with me. That is a gadget I use. It's called the Harmony Singer. That costed me around 15 to 18,000 rupees. Kit cost me about still 15-20,000 rupees.
कुल मिला के 1,95,000 हुआ है भैया फॉर द थर्ड सेटअप विद 2 weeks ऑफ बिल्डिंग टाइम. एंड जब हम लोग फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड सारे सेटअप का एक साथ कॉस्ट जोड़े तो होता है अराउंड 2,50,000. दैट इज 2.5 लाख रुपीस.
नाउ आई वांट टू मेक श्योर कि यार अभी कुछ करना है तो मेरे लिए बहुत क्वालिटेटिव मैं करूँगा. इंडिया के लिए मैं बहुत क्वालिटेटिव करने वाला हूँ एंड क्वालिटी कम्स विद द कॉस्ट.
Previously when I asked Gladson how much he earns, he answered this. कमा कितना लेते हो आप?
काफी सारे दिल.
So this time I tried my luck once again.
My first pay on the one-man band was 5,000 rupees.
That was his first kid, first payment. But now in 2022, Gladson for every performance makes 6 figures.
So I always considered कि यार I should not burden them with a lot of money and everything. That was my mindset. I changed it because if I have to provide quality, I have to put money into quality. When I get hired for shows, they are like, "अरे बढ़िया है, can you play at my event?" And then we put a cost out, right? Then they are like, "इतना for one person?" I'm like, years of learning, so many different instruments, years of R&D, making my own thing. You don't have to have 10 people playing different instruments. एक बंदा बजा रहा है, and it's a novelty. 1.4 billion people and one person does it over here and you're like इतना. I always say कि this is not just मैं मतलब जोकर जैसे खड़ा नहीं हूँ कि यार मैं बजाने वाला हूँ बस नहीं. I have a story, I have a intent, I have a purpose कि यार I am going to tell people कि यार I never gave up on my life and this is a tool for me. This is my tool to let people know कि God will never give up on you just like that. You never give up on yourself.